Meanwhile, back in Brooklyn, the last time we left our heroes, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant made his trade request. Kyrie Irving has bought a place in L.A. But
are they the heroes? Are they villains?
They're more Thanos.
We're not sure if Kyrie bought a place in L.A. It's speculation.
It's speculation. Okay.
Rumored to have bought a place.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The rumors are out there.
Okay.
Kevin Durant wants out.
Because a lot of athletes own places in California, by the way. It's just like, regardless of whether they want to play out there or not, it's L.A.
Yeah.
We got it.
Swimming pools.
We hear Key talk about his toes being out every day.
Oh, my God. Yeah, his toes in the water, butt in the sand.
It's every day.
Doodle, dee, wubba, wubba, wubba. We get it from him. But Kendrick Perkins, ESPN NBA analyst, says, hey, we heard what Kevin Durant said. He's not believing it.
Let me channel my inner Brian Windhorst for a second. Okay, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, why would KD want out? Okay, why would Kyrie go searching and seeing if a team would want to do a sign and trade, and then all of a sudden he opt in into his contract? And then all of a sudden, once Kyrie Irving opts in into his contract, then Kevin Durant comes out and says, I want to be traded. He tells the Brooklyn Nets he want to be traded. I'm to the point, and I came up with the conclusion that I don't believe Kevin Durant. I don't believe it at all. Matter of fact, it makes zero sense to me that he wants to be traded at this point. I don't believe he believes it. I think Kevin Durant is doing this as a scare tactic in order to help Kyrie Irving have leverage to get him signed long-term with the Brooklyn Nets.
So, Freddie, I want to pose a question to you, and I'm going to set up the scenario before I ask the question.
Okay.
Negotiations are hard, right? Mm-hmm. They're always hard. I'm sure you've been a part of a few negotiations. I know I have. Mm-hmm. There's sometimes you win. There's sometimes you lose, or you need to, take a little bit of humble pie and come back to the table and readdress it, right? That's what we're seeing in real time right now happen it was originally happening between Kyrie Irving and the Nets, and then it showed alignment between KD and Kyrie that it happened between KD, Kyrie, and the Nets and Josiah and Sean Marks. But when it's all said and done, if at the end of this year, Kyrie Irving and KD find a way to play for the Brooklyn Nets,
right,
and win a world championship,
oh boy,
how would that make you view Kevin Durant as a leader? If he's backed his teammate, it still got to the table. Mm-hmm. They didn't follow through with any trades. They both ended up playing, and they won.
Okay.
Where would you see Kevin Durant as a leader if they won a championship, considering the way everything went down, and if it goes down that way I just described?
I don't know if it'll change my mind, and here's why. Because I'm okay if Kevin Durant does not want to be a leader. I know that that's not what people want to hear, Jay, but I'm okay with it. If you're going out there and you're producing, and you're leading your team in scoring, and you're leading your team to wins, I'm good with you not having to be that demonstrative leader. So it's not going to change my mind if he's going out there and being the best teammate for his basketball team. If at times he has to put Kyrie Irving in his place, don't think that's going to happen. You get to a certain point where you know your personnel. And he looks at Kyrie and says, there's certain things I may be able to say, I can't afford to have him be set off. And Kevin Durant, if you know your friends that well, you know what you can and you cannot say. But it's not going to change my opinion of him because I don't try to couch people and say the best players have to be the best leaders. I don't do that. If you can do whatever you want, if you're a good person, that means more to me than being a good leader or being a great leader, because there are plenty of great leaders that are terrible people. We all saw The Last Dance of Michael Jordan. Wasn't the nicest of guys being a great leader. Not saying that you have to be an awful person to be a great leader, or you can't be a great leader to be an awful person.
Stephen Curry.
Right. Stephen Curry's a terrific leader and a better person based on what we've seen and heard. So I'm not going to look at Kevin Durant any differently, because if you're proven to be a good teammate, the leadership thing doesn't matter to me. I know people try to put that on people because that's what they want them to be, Jay, more than anything else. That's why he's catching a lot of flack from the old heads like Charles Barkley, guys like that, because that's what they were used to in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. That doesn't mean that has to fly in 21st century athletics. I've never believed in that.
Look, there's a lot to unpack there with that, because I'm a believer in what you just said. There is something to say about making something yours, though, when it's all said and done.
But if he went to championship, isn't that his?
Yeah, but it feels like we'll talk about that when we come back.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of thoughts on that. You guys got to stay with us when we come back on that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.